Hey guys, it's MADgiKIll here, and I'm bringing you a Halo Wars 2 tutorial, the first of the Halo Wars 2 tutorials. So I'm going to start off by doing just base building, since I pretty much build my bases very similar for each character. There's nothing too different going on. Also, the characters are usually, in this one, pretty versatile. Alright, so I'm going to start with the UNSC. So first off, I always begin the game by building a supply pad and then a generator. I do it in this order so that I can start earning supplies. I'm doing this on a skirmish with just AIs just so I can easily demonstrate the strategy and not get distracted with anything going on. I always build an extra marine so that I have 3 because I'm usually the one that captures the nodes. I recommend doing this even if you're not the one capturing the nodes, because chances are you're going to encounter the other player and end up losing a marine. Losing one of your teammates is going to lose their squad, whoever's the node grabber, and you might have to fill in for that spot. It's just also nice to just have the extra marine. You can send 2 and be pretty confident you're going to be able to do it. I build another supply pad after that, and I use my energy to upgrade the generator. And the reason being is that way that energy will allow me to upgrade my supply pads, which will then allow me in turn to buy another generator and also upgrade that generator. Now, when attacking the nodes, make sure that none of your marines try to capture the node. Don't click on the node. When you send them there, click near it. And then the second thing is to make sure that all the marines attack the same sentinel. If they're trying to capture the node, they won't actually capture, or they won't attack, and that's a big issue. So I definitely recommend having them not captured until after. I'm playing as Cutter, and he has an ability, leader ability, that allows him to capture things. I completely forgot to do it this time, but if you're playing as Cutter, don't forget to do that. That's very helpful. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the other characters that have the ability, but just look at your skill tree as soon as you start the game and fight as you start with the points. Alright, so I build another supply pad, and I upgrade those, and then the last thing I do is I build a generator. And the reason for this is now I have a bunch of supplies coming in. I have supplies plus generators. Now here comes a little chance where you kind of need to judge the situation. If you think your opponent's going to rush, I would immediately start pumping up marines out of your base. You're going to have some extra supplies, and so that's a good way to use them. I'd build turrets. Turrets don't cost any energy as long as you don't upgrade them. And most bases start with a little mini base near them. I would buy that and build either a barracks, a garage, or an airpad, something that's going to allow you to get units out, and then slowly start pumping out units. Don't worry about upgrading them, just pump out the units. So make sure, upgrade all your supply pads and all your generators to your base. And once you do that, I recommend buying another base. It's 500 resources and 200 power, so you should be able to fairly get that pretty quickly. Bases take a while to build in this one. I think it's a minute. It might be less, 45 seconds or something. But they take a while to build. So I definitely do that. And then those marines you have left over, I don't recommend trying to steal the generators or the nodes from the enemy, because they're just going to have units around them and they'll end up killing your guys. So I send them, after I capture the nodes around me and a base and the mini base, I send the marines just to go capture supplies. This will help bring in just a few more supplies and help you out along your way. So you can see here, this mini bot happens to have 2 slots. Same thing as a regular mini base. Just build something on it that's going to allow you to get units out. With the 2 slot ones, I usually build either a barracks, a garage, an airpad, and then an armory. Alright, so once I get 1,000 power, I will upgrade my base to get Tech 2. Again, make sure you judge the situation. If you feel the enemy is going to rush, don't do this. This is kind of like, hey, they're not going to rush, so I'm going to build up my army nice, big, and strong first. I definitely recommend getting a siege turret. I usually put a watchtower in the front because it extends the line of sight for your entire base, so all their turrets can see further. Super helpful. I put a turret on the front next to the watchtower, and on the back I put 2 siege towers. And the reason for that is the siege towers are really long range. They can usually scope out units pretty well before they even get near your base. They're really good for ground. And then the turret I build, I actually upgrade to anti-air, since there's nothing at my base that can hit anti-air. It won't do much, but it's another thing to distract the enemy and kind of buy you time. And the anti-air turrets can be pretty good, especially if you get the fortified upgrade in your armory. Alright, so you can see I'm building another supply pad here.
Barracks constructed.
And then depending on what unit I want to build, be wary of that. Make sure you plan ahead. This one I'm just going to do infantry, but it's going to change up every time. Hornets take all supplies, so obviously you're not going to have a lot of generators. Build supplies. And see, at the midi base, I will start pumping up my units. I will do a whole nother tutorial on each character and talk about the units they're good at, and that will talk about how to build those units. But keep in mind, just because you're cutter, it's not like the last one. Just because you're cutter doesn't mean you're going to go infantry. You got to really kind of judge the situation and figure out what you want to do. At the second base, I'll start pumping out whatever unit or whatever supply I need, whether it's supplies or power, whatever resource I need for that. And that's pretty much it. Kind of just build up your second base how you feel that it needs to be, but that's the best way I can find to right now to build a UNSC base. Well, thanks for watching. Look forward to next week's video, which will be about banished base building. There are some key differences, but overall it's very similar. Alright, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them for you. Thank you for watching.
We've destroyed an enemy structure. The enemy has captured our power node. Local units. Our allies are in trouble. Local units.